Oh, okay. Krishna, Krishna, Hari Hari, Hari Rama, Hari Rama, Rama Rama, Hari Hari, Hari Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hari Hari, Hari Rama, Hari Rama, Rama Rama, Hari Hari, Hari Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hari Hari, Hari Rama, Hari Rama, Rama Rama, Hari Hari, Hari Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hari Hari, Hari Rama, Hari Rama, Rama Rama, Hari Hari, Hari Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hari Hari, Hari Rama, Hari Rama, Rama Rama, Hari Hari, Hari Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hari Hari, Hari Rama, Hari Rama, Rama Rama, Hari Hari, Hari Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hari Hari, Hari Rama, Hari Rama, Hari Hari, Hari Krishna, 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 Hari Hari, Hari Rama, Hari Rama, Rama Rama, Hari Hari, Hari Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hari Hari, Hari Rama, Hari Rama, Rama Rama, Hari Hari, Hari Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hari Hari, Hari Rama, Hari Rama, Rama Rama, Hari Hari, Hari Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hari Hari, Hari Rama, Hari Rama. Just advertising a little bit, let people know. What's up? Okay. Krishna, Krishna, Hari. Oh, I can't do that. Okay. Hare Krishna. Krishna, Krishna, Hari Hari, Hari Rama, Hari Rama, Rama Rama, Hari Hari, Hari Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hari Hari, Hari Rama, Hari Rama, Rama Rama, Hari Hari, Hari Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hari Hari, Hari Rama, Hari Rama, Rama Rama, Hari Hari, Hari Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hari Hari, Hari Rama, Hari Rama, Rama Rama, Hari Hari, Hari Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hari Hari, Hari Rama, Hari Rama, Rama Rama, Hari Hari, Hari Krishna, Hare Krishna. Okay. If anybody wants to come on, you can. Thank you for coming, everybody. Whoever's here. Vijatma. That's okay, great, man. Let's show that one. Yeah, you know, if anybody's new here that's coming, this is the way it is, this chanting. I was doing some research on the meaning of wealth in this world, you know, the meaning of wealth. And so wealth is value, okay, or value in relationship to profit and wealth and that kind of thing. And anyway, value is is related to wealth, and I've noticed in this world, wealth usually goes up and down. Something becomes more valuable, like like gold or silver or Bitcoin or crypto, goes up and down. See, volatile. See, it goes up and down, up and down. People's emotions usually go up and down also with it, right? See, so wealth in the world, worldly wealth is like that. Sometimes one day it's more valuable than the next day, you know, depending on many factors. Sometimes, like in crypto, people's fear influence whether something's valuable or not. It's their mood, you know. But chanting is amazing because in the effective stage, and I'll put that here. See, I put this little thing up. In the effective stage of chanting, or the advanced stage, you can call it. In the advanced stage of chanting the holy names, the names of Hari and Krishna, which is Radha and Krishna, is it increases at every step. Actually, the more you chant, the more you experience the increase. You know, it doesn't diminish. It doesn't go down. It increases. And so the thing with many Vaishnavas, a lot of them have not reached the effective stage of this chanting. They're kind of, it feels like one day is good, one day is bad. One day is good, one day is bad. See? So that's because they haven't transcended the world yet, the worldly, or they haven't. Actually, they haven't gotten the essence is they haven't gotten the mercy. See, they haven't gotten the mercy of a Vaishnava or Vaishnavas. See, if the Vaishnavas knew that are in like the Hare Krishna movement and all the sanghas, if they knew the wealth of Krishna's name and Radha's name would make them the happiest in the world, having this association with this name and chanting it, if they knew it would be the best purification, if they knew it would give them the best knowledge, the best understanding of Krishna consciousness, the deepest revelations, and everything else, and the best of all liberations by being an associate of the Lord, becoming eternally liberated. Can you imagine if people knew this value? Eh? then then this would be more valuable than gold. See, so when Lord was here, he chanted and showed the value of this chanting to people where they started to realize, oh, this is really valuable. I think we should start chanting this too. See? And so a lot of people, they demean the value of what we're doing in this Sangha here. They don't see it as valuable. You know, they see the devotees like River or Lalita Ganga or Johan chanting in this ecstatic stage. Man, that's called the effective stage of chanting or the advanced stage of chanting. How did they get that? You know, they got it by sadhu sangha. They got it by being around other ecstatic chanters headed by the spiritual master. See? The spiritual master is a devotee who chants the holy name with great ecstatic love and devotion, which they prove. You know, they've got that wealth. You know, they're not just pretending to have wealth. You ever see? You know, I met this guy once in. I met this guy once. I gave up everything, and I started in the early '70s when I got inspired by St. Francis. I just wanted to be a pauper, you know, so I gave all my money away and everything. I just traveled around the country with the clothes on my back. So everything was great, man. God really took care of me. I mean, this was amazing. It was a miracle stuff. And anyway, I was in Chicago, you know, I had nothing, no clothes, nothing. I was staying in, I would just go to a homeless shelter, stay there, you know, no, I had nothing. And I was just walking down the street and this guy drives up in a Cadillac, really fancy Cadillac, you know. And he looked at me, he says, "You, get in." He had this beautiful girl with him too. "You, get in." And the guy was really, you know, and really like a dazzler, man. He had this beautiful car, beautiful woman, you know, nice clothes. And he looked like he was really famous and wealthy, and he would go and talk to people and just throw his weight around and like act like a really important person, and everybody believed it. Oh man, this guy must be important, man. He's going around acting like really like, and he was talking fast and everything. We went in. He took me in a bar with his girlfriend. And ordered drinks for the house and everything, and like he was going to pay, you know. And then he left. We just went out the door together, and he didn't pay anything. You know, the guy had no money. That's the world. The people they often look like they have something, and they often really don't. See, so some people in the world may have wealth and money and all that, but they don't have this wealth. Okay, so that's one angle of it. The other angle is like in the religion. A lot of people say, yeah, look at me, I'm Gurudev, I'm a Brahmana sannyasi, I'm your in-between between yourself and God. See? Well, that's what a guru is supposed to be. They're supposed to be the mediator
You know, if you're a real guru, a real spiritual master, real acharya, a mediator, you know, you help mediate people between themselves and the Lord. And then by that mercy, they get this personal connection like the guru gets. You get the wealth that the guru has, and then you have this direct thing. Okay? So many people are, if you look at that in relationship, what I just said about that guy, people in religion are doing this. The Pope is doing this. Spiritual masters are doing this who are not really in betweens between them, between you and the Lord. They're just throwing their weight around. Yeah, look at us. We got dressed really nice, go around, prance around the stages, sit on the high seats, all that stuff. And people believe them. Just like, you know, these people were believing this guy had a lot of wealth. Well, on the spiritual level, the wealth is this relationship with God, this chanting the holy name and in communing with that name in intimacy and ecstasy and all its beauty and revelations and perks and being saved and liberated soul and transcending birth. All of that is in the hands of a real guru, and they're meant to give that to you by following the right process that they know. Okay? These others are just throwing their weight around, and that's called idol worship. You know, they can't really get you to the destination of the spiritual world. They just appear and they throw their weight around like that guy. He had no money. They have no relationship. They have no possession of real wealth, which is actually God. If you actually possess the Lord, and he's spirit, man, and that means your spirit is awakened and you have that connection. See, then you can help make others wealthy by your association, like we have here. Look at all these people who are ecstatic chanters. See, look at Johann. Let's Johann and Janaki. They had association with ISKCON. 40 years for Janaki, 25 for Johann. See, they're associating with sannyasis and Brahmins and gurus and all of that. See? And they're all claiming to be wealthy with being your ticket to Vrindavan, to the spiritual world, right? But no spiritual world manifested. See? But and that's why a lot of people give up gurus and give up. They haven't found a real one, a bona fide spiritual master yet. See? So now look at them now. Look at Lalita Ganga, who was also with ISKCON. Okay? So proof is in the pudding, man. So they could not. They were like this flashy guy. Materially, spiritually, they're like these flashy persons with no real spiritual wealth. Spiritual wealth is chanting this name in ecstasy and intimacy and all its perks that come along with it. That's wealth. Okay? This wealth stays with us forever. See, our bodies come and go, but this wealth stays with us. You know, we take this with us when we leave these mortal bodies. Even while we're here, devotees, their wealth increases more and more as they're chanting. You know, when you're in the effective stage, and you can get that very easily being around devotees here who are in a group and they've got that ecstasy. It's like Govinda, he was talking about this. He had his headphones on, he's go feeding the horses, and he's listening to Lalita Ganga chanting in ecstasy, and he's getting intoxicated too. See, on the bliss. And that's how it is. See, about being an association of those who are in the advanced stage, and we have so many here. Otherwise, you know, most Vaishnavas don't understand this. You know, they're around devotees and, you know, they could be more or less sincere, but still they don't have knowledge like this. This is the essence of all knowledge. This is the essence of Krishna consciousness. This is the essence of how to attain the treasure. You know, they need to be led by the real map. The books all say this. They all say this, but the leaders don't say this. They say something different because they don't represent the real path. You have to be like those scriptures. The scriptures are written by ecstatic devotees, right? They had ecstasy. You know, they had intimacy with God. They had revelation, and they wrote that down as the scriptures. Therefore, the ones to understand those scriptures truly, genuinely, and interpret them in the right way, in the correct way, are the ones who are also like that, and they preach them. Okay? Just like the Goswamis wrote these beautiful books, and the preachers, which was Narottam Srinivas and Shamananda, they preached that knowledge as it was, and many people got love of God. Just like now. See, Prabhupada and Goswamis wrote the books, and we're preaching them, and many people are getting love of God now. Now, what is so hard to understand about the real process of enlightenment? In the deepest way, in the greatest way, in the easiest way. Come on, everybody likes easy money. You know, that's why people are getting scammed all the time. You're getting scammed by people who don't have money or got their money inauthentically. And people are getting scammed in religion. They don't get real spirituality. How are they getting scammed? See? Well, these guys represent, say, yeah, we got spiritual wealth, we got a relationship with God, but they don't. They're lying. They're cheating everybody. A lot of times they don't even know they're cheating. You know, because they don't know what real wealth is. Real wealth is a spirit relationship. Your awakened spirit with the Supreme Spirit. We all got the equipment here. You just need a jump start, usually. You know. Let's see how you guys are reacting here. Dean Smith, I was in ISKCON for 9 years, made me very miserable. You know why? Because you're not getting to the ecstatic stage. Because these gurus are not really gurus. These sannyasis are, you know, not really liberated souls. Therefore, how can they liberate you? They're just putting on a show. You know, I'm not saying this to criticize or put people down. I want to help them. I want them to also get this. We got a jewel here, man. We got wealth beyond anybody's understanding. You know, the wealth here is the greatest wealth in the whole universe, actually. On all the planets, there's so many out there. This is considered the greatest wealth if you have an intelligent person on any of those planets. Yeah. Yeah. So that's really the essence. Yeah. Is the whole point is if to have a spiritual master is to make you wealthy like them. Look at my disciples. Look at Lalita Ganga. Does she have anything less than me? She's got probably more than I do. Look at Johann. This is the way the Lord, this is what Jesus Christ said, ye shall do greater things than I. I'm not unhappy because my disciples are getting more mercy than me. I think it's fantastic. The Father is very proud of their children, right? He wants to see the sons and daughters succeed. If you're really a liberated spiritual master and who has real, you know, if you're not like that, you want to put everybody down like people do in the world. If they start advancing, you think they're going to get beyond you. See, step by step, I feel woken up by these lectures. Yeah, well, great. Yeah. Yeah, it's my great pleasure to share these things. This is what I get in my chanting. This is what I get in dealing with life too, you know. You know, dealing with life. I was thinking about wealth and stuff like that. What is real wealth? And I realized, my God, man, this is the real wealth here. And of course, wealth in the world, you need it to get by. But you know what real wealth is to pay attention to the soul. What did Jesus say? I mean, spiritually, not religiously. These religious smucks, you know, they just give Jesus a bad name. He was an intelligent, spiritual being. He said, what, you know, his spiritual sayings, that when you can find any, you know, that have been chopped up by motivated editors, you know, what good does it do to gain the whole world if you lose your soul? See? Lose sight of your soul, basically, that is, man. You know? Here, when you gain, it's just like everything, a lot of things he said, you know, that he really said. I know what he really said. You know? Other things, too, beautiful things. Seek the kingdom of God and all else is added. The kingdom of God is a spiritual relationship with spirit, with the Supreme Spirit. We're all connected to that. People call it different names. God, Krishna, Brahman, you know, Shiva. Lord Chaitanya, you know, that relationship is eternal, man. You get everything else. Even your needs are taken care of. People see that you're doing real work in this world. Look at me. I just personally, I'm an example of that. I live by the gospel, the good news. I know this is good news. I love preaching this good news. That's all I do. And people thinking, hey, that's a great service, man. Here, help facilitate the welfare of the world. And people need this. This is a great service. And so everything, some people get envious and they, why don't you get a job? This is my job. What, to wake people up? Ooh, who can do this job? People coming here are able to do the job, but ISKCON can't do the job of waking people up to this degree, to where they get this relationship in this life. Narayan Raj can't do this job. He said many lifetimes before you can get what is being given here in this Sangha, because it's so authorized with the order of Prabhupada and the blessing of Krishna. And it's showing it's really true. People are getting the darshan of Krishna or making rapid progress to it. You can just see. You spend 1 year here and see how, if anybody spent in ISKCON or Gaudiya Math or Gaudiya Smriti, you'll see you make mega advancement here, and there you're just snailing along. You're more or less what you were before, still in the mode of goodness, you good etiquettes and stuff. But inside your heart is still envies, jealousies. You can't get rid of them. Hatreds, sectarianism. More slow progress. So if you want to move on to the ultimate destination, you can do that here. Anybody can. But you got to come and listen. You got to come and see and hear how wonderful it is, because otherwise you can't know. I don't want dishonest people. I don't want blind believers. Not interested. I want intelligent people to develop their intelligence by seeing the amazing grace here. That's what I want to see. Just see what's here. I've been here doing this for 22 years, preaching this and doing the sadhana more longer. See? So everybody's intelligence and the grace they feel and the ecstasy they feel, the intimacy God will feel, will gradually increase by hearing, and actually faster now, because there's more people here, more people on the right page, more encouragement. Yeah. See what you guys are saying here. Oops. Yeah, I was thinking people need to know, because most of the time they need to know the glories of this chanting. At least they need to hear it preached too, because they see us chanting and going into ecstasy. They wonder, what kind of crazy thing are you doing? This is not crazy at all, man. This is so wonderful, this ecstatic chanting. It's the greatest happiness in this world. I've never found anything better than this. Anything made me more happy. Nothing that gave me more depth of knowledge and information and understanding about life. This is hands down the best thing in the world. This is the most wealth that you can, you can be Bill Gates with $1 billion, right? This is real wealth, man. I wouldn't trade this for all the billions of dollars that he has. That's how good this is. Even my disciples and friends out there, they wouldn't trade what they've got, this ecstatic chanting, for all the billions of dollars Bill Gates or that Fauci or these other idiots out there are doing, screwing the world up. But actually, it's all part of the plan of God, because it gets people to realize it's not all in materialism. We got to wake up spiritually, truly, genuinely. We got to get rid of these religious hypocrites, from being the way to, people believing they're the way to God. They're not, man. This is the way. You got to find an authentic spiritual guide in this world who is what they say, man. You can see this person, his spirit is awakened or her spirit is awakened, and they're connected. You know, no bullshit, no baloney, no bluffing, no hypocrisy. Simple. You know, otherwise, what do you know? What are you getting? You know, the whole world is called Maya. You know, the Christians call it the devil. It's the same thing. It's all dark. Everything is twisted here. Everything is not what it seems. Everything is a mirage. See? This chanting and this understanding gets you out of it. You snap out of it, man. You wake up. People are asleep. They don't even know why they're doing it. they're taught wrong, things that are not really honest and correct and everything, because people are too much into money and wealth, material wealth, and they don't have this. They wouldn't be like this if they actually had this. This gives you an honest heart. You know, this purifies the heart. You know, otherwise people, you can't trust anybody because people have motives. Even good people, they still have some motives. Our hearts, everybody's heart, whether you're good or bad or a saint or a sinner, our hearts need to be purified by love, devotion for our source, whatever name you want to call it. It's the only pure substance, if you're lucky to find in this universe, actually, is devotion. You think gold is rare or diamonds? Oh, try to find this real bhakti, man. It's zillion times more rare in this universe. You hate Fauci so much. I don't hate him at all. I'd like to see him, realize the truth, and everybody else, and Bill Gates, Trump, all of these, Biden. Yeah, that's the thing. This purifies your heart. You have no hatred for anybody. I might use them for preaching purposes to distinguish what is the lie, what is real, what is unreal, from the greater than the lesser. I mean, we need to make distinctions. People don't know the value of the spirit because nobody teaches anything like that. They don't teach values. It's all about value clarification. We need to clarify the values of the spirit. What are spiritual values? Really, not religious. See, you got to know the difference between spiritual and religious. Religious still has material motives. People still trying to jerk you around. You could see these ministers still want their big jets, or two of them. Some of them want two. They have two jets. One is not enough. That's how weird things get in religion. Pedophilia in religion and all that stuff. So people need to separate the difference between spirit and religion. If you have the real spirit, then you'll know what Jesus meant when he said, "Blessed are the pure in heart, they shall see God." The true God, not the false God, not hypocrisy, not lies, not material motivation mixed in. No, your heart is pure by pure love for God, That you got to see. If a person's a real leader, spiritual leader, guru, whatever you want to call them, spiritual master, preceptor, then the ultimate one is one who has a relationship with the Supreme Spirit genuinely and proves it. Shows that they get really the essence of knowledge and the essence of ecstatic worship, lifted into rapture of the spirit, man, just like the saints. See? And people think, oh, I could never be a saint. You come here, we'll make you saints. Anybody can be a saint. You just have to have the real process, the quick path revealed to you that's being hidden by the religionists and the worldly leaders, the politicians. They don't know. None of them know. Hey, Andromeda, welcome. Sim, thank you for coming. Thank you for trying to wake up a lost soul like me. Hey, man, you found this place. You're not lost. To love the haters is standard of those who feel love in their hearts. Exactly. I don't hate it. I just use them for preaching purposes, to distinguish between apples and oranges. That's the only good. That's their service to the universe. People can't make these distinctions. There'll be a time, just like, there's a time I'll just won't be, probably, I don't know, maybe there'll be a time where, we'll just sit there and just commune with this, and just leave this all aside. Just tell people, you want to know the apples and orange preaching, go watch our videos and learn something there. And then come into this communion, holy communion. Holy, it's really holy, man. It's the only thing holy in this world is loving God. I mean, the real God. Loving Krishna, loving Christ, the real Krishna, not the bullshit version, not the lie version, not the religious version, the spirit version, the one Jesus really taught, or Lord Chaitanya really taught. Yeah. I just wanted to chant Hare Krishna today, but God had another plan. Yeah. Truth, man. Truth will set you free. See? And so we need to hear, kind of get directed, and then yeah. All right, so let's see where we can go from here. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama. So the real spiritual masters, master or masters, how whether there's one or a few or many, is in our line, in this Krishna line, is the one who chants the holy name and are in the mature stage of ecstatic chanting. Their relationship with God is genuinely established. Okay, and so there's the standard. That's the real standard. Anybody teaching you anything else is cheating you, is lying to you. Whether they're sincerely lying to you or because they don't know and in ignorance, doesn't matter. It's a lie. The person that knows God is the one who communes with God. In our line, it's through the chanting of God's names and pastimes and qualities. They're the ones you want to see. Bhagavad Gita 10:10. To those who worship Krishna with loving ecstasy, I give them the understanding. There you go. There's Guru Dev. I give them real knowledge. There's Guru Dev. You listen to them. They're not going to misdirect you. They're going to direct you straight into the kingdom, even in this life. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Exactly. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. I think I'm too excited to chant already. Maybe I'll read something here. Calm me down a little bit. Let's see what we got on here. Actually, I'll read some Bhagavatam. Oh, just read this one. This is chapter 12 of Adi Leela in Caitanya Charitamrita. The followers, this is text number 1. The followers of Advaita Prabhu were of two kinds. Some were real followers and the others were false. Rejecting the false followers, I offer my respectful obeisances to Advaitacharya's real followers, whose life and soul was Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Okay? So the real followers, real followers of the Krishna conscious movement, whose life and soul was Lord Chaitanya. What was Lord Chaitanya's life and soul, should be the question. His life and soul was Radha and Krishna. His life and soul was the true conclusion of the Vedas. That's Krishna. He's the true conception of the absolute truth. On the highest level was his. See? And his life and soul was also Radharani, who knows the full extent of who Krishna is and what he is, what he likes, what his ultimate manifestation is. So, whose life and soul is that? That's a real follower of Lord Chaitanya. That's a real follower of the real Acharya. So Prabhupada was like that, but didn't teach to the full extent. We're just here to fluff everything out, make it more clear. He said this book that I'm reading to you right now is postgraduate. See? So if it's postgraduate, it means he wasn't teaching it to the full extent, obviously, right? See? But we're teaching from it. See, we're distinguishing. There are many false followers in Prabhupada's movement, but you couldn't distinguish them. See, it wasn't time to distinguish them clearly. Now is the time. Yeah, false followers. If you're not Satchidananda inside, living inside you, if your life and soul is not that Satchidananda form of God living inside you, then you're a false follower. You want to be a real follower? Oh no, I'm a real follower. I have. Don't you see all my props? Don't you see all my disciples and followers? Don't you see all that money I usurped from Prabhupada or usurped from people? You see all the buildings that we got inherited from Prabhupada? See, I'm a real follower and I'll represent Krishna. Well, you don't do a very good job. You'll never do a good job. You can't do a very good job. See? Because you can't distinguish this verse. You can't understand it in the light of the person who wrote this book. This person wrote this verse because his life and soul was Lord Chaitanya. It has to be interpreted correctly by a person whose life and soul is Lord Chaitanya. In other words, the preacher of this word has to be of the same caliber of the person who wrote that verse, to know the mind of the person who wrote that verse. See? Now there's your guru, man. See? The problem is people read these verses, if they even do, these gurus and spiritual teachers, but they don't give you the proper understanding because their life and soul is not Lord Chaitanya, is not Satchidananda, eternally knowledge and bliss. The Lord is not given himself to them, therefore it's unclear. Okay. So people need to learn to distinguish the real followers now from the false followers. Doesn't matter if they're wearing dhotis or have tilak on. Are they a real follower of Lord Chaitanya? A real follower of Lord Chaitanya has the ecstasy of Lord Chaitanya, has the knowledge that Lord Chaitanya had and his associates have. See? There you go. You found the real line. You see how many thousands misrepresent the line? They're not like that. You know, if you want to know what Lord Chaitanya was and was about and what was his life and soul, you got to meet an associate now, a real follower of Lord Chaitanya, a prema devotee who follows in the path of love and devotion, prema, in truth, and genuinely. Not just saying, we're purebhakti.com and then there's no pure bhakti. You don't see any pure bhakti there. Man, they're still hey, they may not like this, but that's what I see. They can't explain the verses like this. They don't know them. Yeah. If you've got the pure bhakti that Lord Chaitanya came to give, then you'll have that kind of bhakti. It'll be intense. It'll be deep. It'll be more ecstatic than the majority of the devotees. It'll be more ecstatic than 99% of the devotees. Their knowledge will be deeper than 99% of the devotees. That's if you're a real associate of the Lord. And anybody who associates with you will become like that too. Their bhakti, like here in the Sangha, is more than 99% of the devotees who have been practicing for 40, 50 years, who are initiating by Prabhupada even. Their knowledge is 99% deeper. Is 1,000 times, 100 times deeper than the devotees' knowledge who are not here, basically, somewhere else. So the majority of false followers thinking they are the real followers. How does one get out of that entanglement if you are not able to see? Well, you can't. You're not able to see, and it's not your time. When Bhaktivinoda Thakur said in Sri Krishna Samhita that, by good fortune, they can go and do their, Prabhupada do this. Go do your pilgrimages, and chant, follow these gurus who teach you after many lifetimes you'll get prema. Just keep doing, keep working at it, and by good fortune in some lifetime, if you can't do it now, if you can't see the time is now, then in some lifetime you'll get the opportunity. But it will be many lifetimes probably, because that's why people, they come here, they make 1,000 times more advancement than they could have in ISKCON. I'm not exaggerating, 1,000 times more advancement. Why wouldn't you? If God comes in you, why wouldn't it be 1,000 times more powerful, if not more than that? See? People come here, the Lord will start living inside you. Yeah. Okay, I think I'm going to stop here and take a walk. I got a lot of energy here. So thank everybody for coming. It's been fun. Thank you very much. It's just new. It's new here. Local video. I'm going to try this out. It says background music here. Let me see. Hip hop. Let's try some of this out. Oh, I got to take this off. Trying out this stuff here. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. I like these pep classes spread over the day. Okay, good. We'll do more of that.
how do I stop the Bluetooth? Good question. What is this? Yeah. You guys can go if you want to just kind of extend. Oh, I see. Oh, you were sitting here all the time, huh? Oh, I didn't know. I'm sorry, I didn't see. Because I'm using the phone, so I didn't see. Did you like the class? Was it good?
Fantastic class.
It was, huh?
Begging and begging, but no answer. Knock, 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 knock.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Yeah, I didn't.
No problem. I could hear.
Yeah. Here, let me see if I can get rid of this here. Seems like once you get the song on, I don't know how to get rid of it. Yeah. So it was good, huh?
Yeah, very good.
I think you just like the champion. The champion.
I
Yeah,
like
I figured.
everything you do. I like everything you do.
Yeah, I figured it was good to, give people a background about our crazy stuff going on here,
I was crazy. You haven't seen my craziness, luckily.
Oh, you're crazy. You were crazier this morning, huh? I saw some of your video this morning. Maybe not enough of it.
Crazy day. No, not that crazy, but feel crazy.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. So, are you dealing with? Oh, I wish let me go off the live. How do I?